Welcome into Buffalo Sports Insider, the best place for sports in the 716. I'm your host, Pius Katengi, alongside me, Jake Moss, and we have a jam-packed show for you, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to start with women's volleyball. Jake, what do you have for us?
Absolutely. Women's volleyball started their Suniac tourney playoff run yesterday against Fredonia. This was a game we saw earlier that's been dubbed as a rivalry, referred to as the Battle by the Lake. Yeah. Earlier in the season, Buffalo State hosted and lost 3-0 in a sweep for the Fredonia State Blue Devils. However, with Fredonia hosting this playoff matchup, Buffalo State got the revenge in a 3-2 overtime match that led to Buffalo State coming out on top. This was led by one of the players, Reagan Schneider, with 10 kills on 24 attacks and a hitting percentage of .375. After the game and talking with her, she said that it feels amazing to win against Fredonia after losing to them earlier in the season. Yeah. And she's proud of the team for not letting the fans in that environment get in their heads. Looking forward, they make the semifinals for the Suniac playoff, which does reward the overall winner with an automatic bid into the national tournament. They will travel to Cortland, I believe, on Friday at 4 p.m. Cortland is a team that is 22-7, but has not lost a single conference game so far this year with a 9-0 record. They will be coming off a bye, so we'll see how that kind of affects their play, whether they're rested or whether they're rusty. And Buffalo State will look to pull off an upset.
Yeah, back to you. That Cortland team is ranked number 1. You know, it will be a very tough game for Buffalo State, but we'll be rooting for those ladies, and good luck to the volleyball team.
Absolutely.
In basketball news, the Bengals started the season this past Saturday, and they won against Cayuga College 80-73, led by Z Johnson, who had 24 points on the night, an efficient 7 for 13 with 5 threes. Chisholm Annie also had a dominant performance, bringing in a double-double with 16 points and 12 rebounds. And of course, Orion De Jesus had a dominant 13-point game and led the way with 4 assists across both teams. Opening the game on the road for the Bengals was a tough one. You know, they came out a little sluggish. They were at one point in the first half. They were tied 24-24. And then the Cayuga College Wolves were able to pull away at the end of the first half with an 8-0 run. But at the start of the second half, the Bengals defense had tightened up, and they came back, tied the game up at 45-45. And at that point, they just took over the game. The defense was really the leading catalyst in the win. And, you know, just pure dominance after that. When we look at this Bengals team, looking forward, they play in a couple days. They play in a couple days on Saturday. Forgive me, I got a little stuck right there.
Always.
They play in a couple days, and we'll be looking to see if that defense can translate. They'll be on the road again. We have to wait a couple of weeks until they play their first home game. But I have faith in this Bengals team. They really showed that defense travels, and they're proving that they're a really good outfit against any team that they play against.
Absolutely. Overall, great wrap-ups, and we'll be back after this commercial with our next segment.
Volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do...
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this? Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000 every day in America. Put down your phone. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated.
How How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's lumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do,
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this? Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000 every day in America. Put down your phone. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated.
how was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's lumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do,
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this? Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000 every day in America. Put down your phone. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated. A sobering message.
how was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's lumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do,
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Buffalo Sports Insider. My name is Thomas Bailey, alongside Ryan Patota and, of course, our good buddy Mario Campo. Mario, it's been a tough season for Buffalo State sports, obviously, for these two soccer teams, but we're going to start with you, Ryan. Canisius made it all the way to the championship of the MAC. What can you tell me about that?
Yeah, the last time that I was on this show, first of all, thanks for all the prayers for everything last show. Last time I spoke with you, the Canisius women's soccer team, Canisius University women's soccer team, was in the midst of fighting for a playoff spot. Well, we got to talk to you how they made it, because they went on an unbelievable run the last time we talked. They got a big win against the Niagara Purple Eagles in order to make it to the playoffs. They got a 4-1 win against Niagara, and they got help as well. I remember last time that I was on here, we talked about all the scenarios that they were going to go for and stuff. That ended up happening for their way, and they ended up hosting the playoff game against Marist in the semifinals. And they ended up winning that game this last Sunday, and then they made it to the quarterfinal matchup games against winning against the number 2 seed Quinnipiac, where they haven't lost all year long. And Canisius went in there and beat them 4-3 in penalty kicks. That sent them to the MAC championship game, where they came home because there's a big upset with number 1 Fairfield losing. They never won a game, and then they never lost a game until last weekend, and they ended up losing, which caused Canisius to host on Sunday. But unfortunately, in the snow and everything, Canisius, it was a defensive battle. Both teams were struggling to score. The weather had a massive impact, and Canisius unfortunately lost to Sacred Heart, a heartbreaker, 4-3 in penalty kicks.
Yeah, no, that's a tough way to lose the season. Obviously, Buffalo State has a little bit of that happening as well. Got their fair share of luck to host a SUNYAC championship game for the men's soccer team as well. Mario, what can you tell me about that game against Oneonta?
Tough week after the win against Fredonia in the semifinals. We faced SUNY Oneonta, and the score was not very good for the Bengals. The first half, it was a locked game. They didn't do too much danger to each other. The attack from the Buffalo State Bengals was very soft. It was not that big. For the second half, the first 2 minutes, Tapiwo Mushonga, he receives a ball from Lesidi Sekobo from the left side, and he scores the opener. We were up 1-0 until the minute 73rd, where SUNY Oneonta scored the tie goal. Then 10 minutes after, in the 85th, SUNY Oneonta scores the 2-1. And after that, it was tough for the Bengals to make a comeback in the last 5 minutes. It was tough. I was there in the field. It was tough to see that image in Coyer Field of the players who have make a big effort. Let's remember they have a record of 13 wins, 2 losses, and 5 ties. One of the best records the school has ever done. Not to mention that Diego Rivera, he became the top scorer of the school history. Also, the team scored 53 goals through the whole season, only received 12, and 10 games without receiving a goal, which was also great. It was tough to see the faces of the players, the faces of disappointment. It was hurt. It was hard. I was hurt. I can tell you that. Yeah. I went to almost every game, and it was a hard thing to see. So they lost the final. The Buffalo State Bengals didn't got the chance to went into the NCAA tournament. The teams representing the Region 3 are going to be Hobart, Oneonta, and Cortland. So next year, I think it will be the year for the Bengals to win the SUNYAC.
Yeah, well, hopefully that can happen. But lastly here, the Buffalo State women's soccer team, they also had a pretty good season. Their first season making the playoffs since the 2016-17 season. They hosted a playoff game for the first time since that same 2016 season. They won 3-1 against New Paltz, made it to the SUNYAC semifinal to take on the number 1 Cortland Red Dragons. We all knew it was going to be an uphill climb. And after a very close first half that saw the Bengals only trail 1-0 at halftime, they allowed 3 goals from the 62nd to 72nd minute, a 10-minute span, 3 goals in the second half, and eventually fell to the Red Dragons 5-0, ending their SUNYAC championship hopes. Unfortunate for them there, but they had a heck of a season, obviously. It was a really good surge there in that second half for Cortland. Buffalo State obviously just couldn't really respond. There was no offense to be had on the road. This is their second game against Cortland this season. The first game, they were also shut out. So shout out to Cortland for being able to stop Buffalo State both games they played each other. It was a very good game for one person in particular. It's junior striker Piper Clammer. She had a hat trick in the game to advance their team to the SUNYAC championship. And the other teams they had to play was Plattsburgh State, who would take down SUNY Fredonia 2-1 in the semifinal matchup. And after a hard-fought battle in the championship round, it was a 3-2 Cortland Red Dragons win. Their second championship in 3 seasons, their third straight year making it to the championship. Them and Plattsburgh State have made it against each other each of the last 3 years, with Plattsburgh State winning the middle round and the first and third matchups going to Cortland. obviously there's some light here for the Buffalo State Bengals. Losing to the eventual champs is obviously, at least in my opinion, the best way to go out, but it's unfortunate that it had to end that way. But the best part of it all, Olivia Kilmer, one of our freshman forwards, and then Addie Williams, a junior goaltender, both made the all-tournament team, which is a compiled list of all 6 teams' players to make it into the tournament, and which ones made it through were the best of this entire tournament. And 2 of our players were on there for the first time ever. So that's an awesome feat for Buffalo State. With only the loss of 7 seniors as well, they should be back in full force next season. And hopefully, just like the men's soccer team and even Canisius' women's soccer team, hopefully vie for a championship. Thank you guys so much. And we'll be right back with some more Buffalo Sports Insider right after this.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do...
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
And how's your serve coming along?
Not so good.
I think we should work on it this weekend.
Amy's birthday bash slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made.
You wouldn't do that. So why do you do this? Distracted driving kills an average of 9 people and injures over 1,000 every day in America. Put down your phone. Lives depend on it. Don't drive intoxicated. Don't drive intoxicated. A sobering message from AAA.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do...
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Buffalo Sports Insider. This segment, we're going to talk about some women's wrestling. And to take it away, Cooper.
Okay, so the women's wrestling team has a match against Ithaca College tonight at 4, and we're very excited. It's their second match of the season. Last match, Rosalie's came in second place, and everyone else did really well too. It was very exciting.
All right, this weekend I was fortunate enough to take in, a period of hockey on Friday night with the women, 3 periods on Saturday, and the game went to overtime, so a little extra session. This team is very young. They're playing like a work in progress. They're very hungry and occasionally brilliant. The roster is overwhelming heavy with 12 freshmen, 6 sophomore. There's only 6 juniors and 4 seniors, 1 graduate student. That would be Captain Sage Running Rabbit. The 4 seniors do play a big role in leadership, However, their offense, they are heavily dependent on those sophomore and freshmen. They opened with a Halloween blowout, 9-1 rout of Kings College. The Lady Bengals peppered the Monarchs with 43 shots. Dakota Carlson paced the attack with 2 goals and an assist, and her line mates chipped in. Sage Running Rabbit chipped in with a goal and assist. Keegan Scott dominated the faceoff dot, winning 11-12 draws. They played the next day, however, and they stayed aggressive, winning 5-1. Carlson continued to terrorize the net with 3 goals, 2 assists. Her line mates chipped in. Kaylee Cadez with 1 goal and 4 assists, and Cadence Kemp with 1 goal and 1 assist. Backup netminder Amelia Knott only seen 11 shots, and Buffalo State launched 40 on their opponents. They came home Friday against Chatham, which that one I saw the beginning of the game. That's the first time I've seen them live. They've been on the road, and it was just an assault. They were just peppering the net. They ended up winning that game 7-2, highlighted by Madison Malone's 2 goals. Kemp had 2 tallies, and Carlson continued her contributions. Saturday's rematch, however, was totally different. I got there. This was when I was going to be there for the whole game, and they were just plain old flat. It looks like they were tired. Maybe they couldn't bounce back after just playing the night before. They had a little thin edge of confidence because as the game went on, they took 6 penalties. They were in a penalty box all afternoon. Throughout the game, the other team would get penalties and then get 2 penalties. They had 5-on-3 opportunities, and they just couldn't cash in on the power play. I asked Coach Gramp after the game about the power play, that it wasn't clicking. She told me that they were moving the puck well, but her players was just shooting the puck in the other goalie's chest. They just weren't getting it done. So this week they are on the road. They have 2 games. Friday at SUNY Potsdam, and Saturday they play SUNY Plattsburgh for a chance to get back into it. But now it's a different thing. This ain't a cupcake schedule that you get to schedule whoever you want to play. You're playing league play, and there's no mystery about Buffalo State's identity. They're young, physical, and tenacious on the walls and the faceoff dot. They can outwork opponents. They just have to overcome being so young. So it's their chance now. They got that captain that's been here 5 years, so it's up to them. And this team is short on upperclassmen, but long on raw talent, and that just might be the most entertaining thing Coach Gramp can ask for. We'll be right back next segment. Stay tuned.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do...
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
And how's your serve coming along?
Not so good.
I think we should work on it this weekend.
Amy's birthday bash slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If...
Hello and welcome back to Buffalo Sports Insider. My name's Jake Moss, joined here by Pius Katengi, and we're going to get off to a NFL talk. To start off, we have done this the past few weeks. We're going to highlight a few matchups of the week. The one that jumps off the page to me in the AFC West, Kansas City at Denver.
Yes.
I think this is really intriguing because Kansas City is one of the red hot teams in the NFL, while Denver has consistently just found ways to win, but has not relatively played very well. So I'm excited to see how this goes, especially with Denver hosting.
You know, and if Kansas City loses this game, Jake, they fall to 5-5. I don't know if the Kansas City team at 5-5 in Week 10 can still make the playoffs, but it will be very interesting to see how they play against the Denver Broncos, who are 8-2 right now, and they could potentially be 9-2 up to the Sunday.
Absolutely. I know the one that teases you is Seattle and the Rams.
Yes,
playing this Sunday.
Both 7-2 teams, both divisional matchups. Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. This will be, I think, in my opinion, the game of the week. Both teams coming into this week on coming off wins. Seattle's defense is live. I mean, anytime we talk about a defense doing jump shots in the end zone, that's a serious team. That's a serious team that we're talking about right now. And I want to see how this Rams offense, led by Matthew Stafford, matches up against the Seattle team. It will be a very interesting match to see, and I think this will determine who controls that division and who potentially controls the NFC.
And the talk about Matthew Stafford is absolutely a good point. You look at the MVP race currently, and 3 names jump off the page to me, but one of which is Matthew Stafford.
Yes.
Currently 13 passing touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. I believe he's up to 25 so far this year.
25.
Not turning the ball over. We said the last time we talked about this that my vote would have been Drake May. Now, obviously, my vote would go to JT, but I want to highlight it's been a quarterback award. So if it's going to go to a quarterback right now, I think it's Stafford.
You know, and I really like Drake May. We'll talk about Drake May in just a little bit, but Matthew Stafford, anytime you have 25 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 114.8, those are MVP numbers. He is leading that Los Angeles Rams team. He's doing everything the right way. He's possibly the leader of MVP, but we do have to talk about Drake May. I mean, this is a guy in his second season. He's got 19 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, a quarterback rating of 113.9. completing 71.7 of his passes. This guy is elite. And I've been saying this since week 3. He does everything an elite quarterback needs to do. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's great on third downs. He can move in the pocket. He can move out of the pocket. He's a great quarterback for this Mike Vrabel team. And he's leading the way in the MVP race along with Matthew Stafford.
Not to mention, unfortunately, in most people's eyes, winning the division currently with an 8-2 record. And then you got to mention Jonathan Taylor. I mean, I don't think LaDainian Tomlinson has been uneasy about his record in a while until this year. Currently broke Edgerrin James' record last week, so we'll see if he can continue that. He's, I believe, 11 touchdowns away, and at the rate he's going, that might only take 4 weeks to break.
That's insane.
Absolutely.
That's insane.
Now, as we get into the later part of the season, we got some division races that are absolutely fun to watch, regardless of who in the division is playing. The one I want to talk about is the NFC North. 6-3 Detroit, 6-3 Chicago, and then 5-3-1 Green Bay. This is a division that everyone kind of thought would be one of the more difficult divisions to play in, but no one thought that all the teams would be good. It was more kind of, they thought they would just be mediocre and beat on each other.
You know, and Jake, I've never played football. You know, I'm not a football player, and I look at the Green Bay Packers. They're more so the Green Bay gaslighters. You know, they come out, you think they're a really good team. They portray themselves as a good team, and then they go in, they lose to teams like Philadelphia. They draw to teams having ties against teams like Dallas Cowboys. They're not really a team I trust. I trust Chicago way more than I trust the Green Bay Packers. And when I look at the Detroit Lions, that loss that they had 2 weeks ago against the Minnesota Vikings, it still sits in my head. I don't know if I trust the Detroit Lions. I'm looking at the Chicago Bears to take control of the North. They my team, and they are playing the Vikings this week. If they can handle business, they can go a long way in the season and into the playoffs as well.
Absolutely. It would be their first division win of the year after they lost 52 to, I believe it was 14 earlier in the season to the Lions.
Wow.
Now, the Lions are an interesting team as they get healthy, but looking ahead to one of the other divisions, the NFC West, I know Seattle 8-2 or 7-2, the Rams are 7-2, and then don't forget about the 6-4 Niners. It's a weird phenomenon where the Niners are in that position where they just kind of figure out how to win a game every now and then.
That's the thing. They always find a way to win. They can be injured, battered up. They can be healthy. Somehow, some way, Shanahan will find a way to get his team the wins. And he's been doing that consistently this season. Just unfortunately, if you take away that the win that they had against the Seahawks very early in the season, they've been struggling against the Rams and, you know, Cardinals, except Cardinals are not really that good. But you know what I mean.
No, absolutely. Divisional games, you never know what's going to happen. We saw that with Buffalo last week. But there will be a whole lot more to look at in the NFL going into the later part of the season after we have 8 weeks left in the season. Feels like it just started a week ago.
Yes.
Now we'll go to commercial and we'll be back with our NFL Power Rankings.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do.
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
And how's your serve coming along?
Not so good.
I think we should work on it this weekend.
Mom, Amy's birthday bash slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
And how's your serve?
Finals at Highmark Stadium are underway for high school football. Here we go. What do you have to say?
Okay, the big boys. Class AA, Bennett Tigers versus the Jamestown Red and Green. That game will be a battle of two teams that strictly run the ball. I mean, if you see a total of 15 passes total in this game, you'll be lucky. They did play back in October. Bennett won a defensive slugfest that day, 14-7. Monster games that day. Jimmy Valentine from Bennett had 176. Chase Bonta 172 for Jamestown. Expect another ground war, but this time I think the Bennett Tigers are a little hungrier and they will come out on top. And I really think they're going to take it to them 34-13. Class A, we have Health Science Falcons at 10-0 versus the McKinley Max at 8-2. The undefeated Falcons punched their ticket with a 35-21 win over Will East. They're led by Kavion Pitts, who is actually they're led by two players. Pitts, who has 1,662 yards, and Kevin Guy with 1,194 yards. Basically, all they do is run the football too. McKinley had a shutout last week. These two did play on October 4th. That was a Saturday. Health Science, I believe, sometimes plays here at Buff State. So that might have been a game for them at home. They got pummeled that day, 44-20, and nothing suggests a turnaround. If you like fireworks, watch the scoreboard this game because I got Health Science 52-14. Class B, the Lackawanna Steelers. This could be the best game of the day versus West Seneca East Trojans. Both teams 8-2. Lackawanna pulled off a late game thriller, scoring only touchdown in the second half last week. The Lackawanna Steelers are led by three seniors, one defensive end, two linebackers. That's Kurt Stevens Jr., Nassim Dali, and Malachi Adams. West Seneca East counterpunches with two junior linebackers and Josh Urban, who had 237 yards and 15 carries last week, and Kyler Montero. These teams did not meet in the regular season, so this is one where we kind of don't know. This will be a battle of fundamentals and field position, and basically whoever makes a turnover is probably going to lose the game. But I like, drum roll, a grinded out football game. Plenty of trench warfare. West Seneca East 23-13. In Class C, we have the Southwestern Trojans 10-0 against the Chautauqua Lake Westfield Brockton Eagles. 9-1, three schools put together. Southwestern last roll steamrolled past Eden North Collins 69-21, featuring three 100-yard rushers. It was a ground assault that read like a decisive military operation, the way they just ran the ball. They met on October 3rd. That meeting was a complete blowout. It was 45-0, and they rushed for 333 that day. Unless something dramatically changes, look for Southwestern to just put the pedal to the metal, and 44-0. A lot of blowouts, man.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like you know who to pick. Class D, Newfane Panthers 10-0 versus Wilson Lakeman. Newfane rolled 38-0 last week. Behind Matt Capon, I've talked about Matt Capon all year. He could be the player of Western New York, the Connolly Cup winner. He could also be the Buffalo News Player of the Year. Look for Capon to just be the man. He throws very little. He can carry this entire team. He's carried it all season. They play Wilson, who's not too far from them. Wilson reached the final 35-8. They played back on October 24th. Wilson did win 46-25, but Gowanda faded in the second half. Look for this matchup to be more the same. Prediction here, Newfane 52-8. Highmark will be loud, physical, and unforgiving for these kids Saturday. Expect bruising runs, clock-eating drives, and a few plays that will be replayed this Friday in people's minds for years to come. That's
Thank you, Joe. That's a great segment. We'll be right back with our final segment, the NFL Power Rankings, right after this.
How was school today?
It was good.
Did you play volleyball?
Yes.
How's your serve coming? I think we'll work on it this weekend.
Amy's slumber party is this weekend.
Is your homework done?
No.
That was the deal we made. If you do...
Hi, Lauren. My name is Katie. We're gonna take care of you, okay? Ready?
1, 2, 3. Welcome to our final segment. This is the Power Rankings here. Okay, real quick, we got a brand new team in number 10, Chicago. They buried Brian Dable and the New York Giants 24-20.
Absolutely. The more Ben Johnson gets his hands on his offense, the more that team looks to just play as a team.
Another big blow for the Giants. They ended up firing their coach. Good job by the Bears to come back.
All right, number 9, Tampa Bay slid down a little bit, but they got pulverized by the Patriots 28-23, and they're at Buffalo.
Absolutely. A rough loss, too, as they were very competitive, but a garbage time touchdown made it look a lot better than it was.
Yeah, that New England offense really polarized Tampa. Their defense, their injuries are starting to catch up to them, and it really showed in this game.
Real quick, predictions this week, Tampa Bay, Buffalo.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough game for the Bills. I think they had a bunch of woozy, they didn't look good in Miami. They're gonna need a really bounce back. I don't see it happening.
I'm going to have faith in my team. I think Buffalo can get it done. It might not be pretty though.
Yeah, they win the games that you don't think they're going to win.
That's
All
true.
right. Number 8, Detroit crucified the Commanders behind G squared. That would be Goff and Gibbs.
Absolutely. They're, again, playing so much better than they actually can because of these injuries. I think they're just going to continue to get better as the season goes.
Yeah, you see Dan Campbell, who's taking over offensive play this week, and it really shown in this game. Gibbs getting the ball, and Amon Ra, he had a big game. Same with Jameson Williams. We'll see what he does for the rest of the season.
And they're at Philly, big game.
Oh boy.
Number 7, the LA Chargers slashed the Steelers 25-10 behind their kicker. They rely on that kicking game pretty much every game.
Yeah, they do. And, congrats to Keenan Allen. Most of all,
Oh, yeah.
all-time record for franchise history for the Chargers in receptions. Really deserved for him. And to get it on Sunday Night Football on one of the last drives of the game, good for him.
And it was good to see the offensive line actually look somewhat serviceable after losing Joe Alt last week. So I think they'll also continue to kind of hold their own.
Number 6, Denver rallied past the Raiders. I don't know if they really rallied past them. I wrote something down. I'm not going to lie. 10-7, and that's like a typical Denver game.
Yeah, their defense came up big in this game. Their offense, did not look pretty at all. I think they should be lower in the top 10, definitely for sure, maybe even out of it. But hey, they get the job. They're 8-2 somehow.
Yep, they continue to win games. Bo Nix has shown that he's been one of the worst when it comes to on-target rate and pressure rate. So I think as long as he's able to figure that out,
Yeah.
they'll be an actual good team. But until then, you never know with Denver.
Win ugly. Number 5, Philly pinched the pack 10-7. That's 2 10-7 games right there in a row.
Keep such a battle in this game. You know, the Eagles, they nearly blew it at the end, but a very long field goal getting this by McNash. Green Bay's been having a lot of special team issues lately.
And again, both primetime games for those 10-7 scores. Really, really rough to watch across America, but Philly gets the job done. And again, the passing offense has just looked lackluster most of the season. There's a few weeks where it shines, but that's going to be the tell for Philly.
At number 4, we have Jonathan Taylor alienated the Falcons.
Jonathan Taylor is currently having one of the best seasons we've ever seen. And for me, it speaks volumes when you have an overtime drive and you call 7 plays. 6 of them are inside zone Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, and you know he's going to be definitely front runner of offensive player of the year. I think he's probably going to get that done. Maybe even favor for MVP at this point. That's going to debate. But you know, Colts look impressive. They continue to get the run game, and they keep proving me wrong every week. We'll see if that continues.
Thank you for saying the Colts. I did. Number 3, New England. The Patriots toppled Tampa there.
Yeah, you know, Trayvon Henderson, he had a big game for New England. You know, they really need to get the rushing going. And hey, you know, coming into the season, we all thought, oh, New England, new head coach, new everything. We'll see if they come through. I had them as one of my sleeper teams, and they are really proving it to be they're back.
Absolutely. And I don't think Vrabel was ever the problem in Tennessee. I think they just cut cords way too early in the matter of that rebuild. Also, Travion Henderson, nice to see him finally break out of the prison they were holding him in, because 2 long touchdowns, he'll definitely be a focal point going forward.
Absolutely.
Yes, I even had Kyle Williams written down, man. He caught that bomb touchdown. That rookie's paying off. Number 2, the Rams. I'm sorry, who did they beat? 42-26, you told me just before the show. The 49ers.
Yes, they did. And they got a big NFC West matchup this week against the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be really, really intriguing to see. I think the Rams, they need to really continue to get Cooper the Cool involved. That's going to be a big matchup. 2 big receivers in that game.
Absolutely. And having one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now also helps, but they're doing absolutely everything to help him out. And he has so many weapons on offense, it's not reliant on Matthew Stafford.
And we haven't mentioned anything about it yet. So how about the Seahawks filibustered the Cardinals?
Absolutely. That game got out of hand quickly. It's very rare in a football game alone you can see a team kind of take their foot off the pedal before halftime, let alone the NFL. They were up 28-0 really quick, and it became 35-0, I believe, only 20 minutes into the game. So that was a mess, and Seattle made the Cardinals look like a JV team.
Yeah, they did. And then Seattle, as I mentioned, they play the Rams, and that's going to be a really big game. We'll see what happens.
Who you got?
I think it's the game in Los Angeles. I think it's in LA. I think
It's
the
in
Rams are going
LA.
to win. That they need to really run the ball. I think that can really exploit Seattle's secondary.
I think Seattle's got the better defense of the two, and I do think that Stafford will have a good game, but Sam Darnold's going to have the better game, and I think Seattle walks away victorious.
All right, that's it for this week. We'll see you next week on Buffalo Sports Insider.
And follow us on social media at BSI.